You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Owner of the Miami Dolphins, Stephen Ross, has been found guilty of unprecedented tampering in scope and severity. Well, all offseason, we got to hear from so many sources, that Flores was a liar and a bad guy and all of this. I think now most Dolphin fans are pretty clear at the situation. I'm going to go delineate it to help you if you don't really fully understand. I'm sure there's going to be some holdouts saying, who cares? But I think you're going to be found to be a hypocrite as I break it down. Now, the first opening act would be, if you say this is not a big deal, did you complain during the Patriots' many scandals? If so, then you should be complaining now. Second, Stephen Ross, who he's got a long track record of lying, backstabbing, being a snake, whether it was Sperano going behind his back, all the machinations in the background with the Ponte and Philbin, on and on it goes, said entering the 2019 season, it would be insanity to keep repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I'm totally out of football, fans. Dolphins fans, I'm not in charge. Greer is totally in charge. But now we know, as early as 2019, he had Bruce Beal, Grimer Wormtongue, as we might want to call him, and Tolkien Mythos, skulking around in the background behind the coach's back, trying to get meetings going, compromising Flores, the guy we hired, and working behind in the backgrounds, even though he said he was totally hands-off. So if you're okay with it, then you're okay with the owner lying to you. Then, remember, in 2020, we drafted Tua. And I did a whole thing like, who put Tua in when he didn't really have a full grasp on the playbook and he wasn't totally healthy? And they didn't ask Gailey. They didn't consult the staff. And it's leaked to the media. And all of a sudden, Flores found out and had to tell us the team. Who did that? Well, now we know it's very clear. It was Ross. You want to see what he had so he could keep pursuing Brady. So if you like Tua and you're a Tua person, then obviously you are at a crossroads, because the person who is most compromised Tua is Ross. And all the sources from all the different people telling you that Flores didn't want Tua. Well, it was Ross. Ross wanted Watson, not Flores. Ross wanted Brady, not Flores. And he was working in the background to get himself another quarterback other than Tua. But he told you, remember when he said that Flores was getting fired, oh no, it wasn't me. We want Tua, and if the coach doesn't want him, but we did. All that talk was a lie. All the sources that said that Flores was the bad guy. I'm not saying Flores was Mr. Perfect or whatever, but think about it. He made a notation. Then they'll say, someone might say, oh, well, they didn't find in favor of Flores on trying to throw games. But they did say there was conversations, and some of the people that heard it, there was mixed results, which was Chris Greer, Bruce Beal, Funkel. The same guys who put in the sources and lying to you. They couldn't agree, and they didn't think he said this, but it was all in jest. And even offered $100,000, but it was all in jest. But the coach wrote about it saying that he felt uncomfortable. But it's all in jest. Stephen Ross is the problem. If you love the Miami Dolphins, then you have to despise Stephen Ross. He went behind Sperano's back. He went behind Flores' back. He went behind Tua's back. He lies to your face. He gets involved when he doesn't know jack about the game of NFL because the man has no knowledge of the game. He operates in a business manner, a suit manner, which means lie, cheat, and steal and stab in the back. And he doesn't care who he hurts. He doesn't care who he lies to. And the reality is, this franchise is now going to lose a first-round draft pick, a third-round draft pick, and that's you getting hurt, the team getting hurt, and what does he get? Oh, he just doesn't get to show off for a little while on a $1.5 million, which is like pocket change for him. But then he's back in control because Goodell is not in charge. The owners are in charge of Goodell. And isn't it ironic that the Watson story came out yesterday and then the Dolphin story comes out today? So you and your team is being used as cover for another black eye. And they can't find Ross guilty of trying to throw games because then the whole betting thing, people paying money to see a game, comes into question. This was a sham result on that end. In the year of Don Shula, everything that this franchise has that's good was Dan Marino and Don Shula and the cast and crew of the early 70s. And they all got to be rolling over there in the graves, in their minds, saying, what is this franchise? Remember Bullygate, how he rolled over and all this other stuff? This guy's Ross, since he's taken over, he's been a disaster, a joke, an insult. And don't expect, remember, we were told McDaniel was our guy. But the reality is, according to the investigation, he was going for Peyton in the background. He was going behind multiple teams' backs, lying, cheating, and stealing to get what he wants, and then lying to you. If you're good with that, then I have to ask you, what is wrong with you? You might not like Flores the way he does things, but long before he got here, this place has been a joke. And it always goes back to Ross, and he's still going to own the team. If you're a Dolphins fan, you should be outraged. You were outraged again at the Patriots. How can you not find this despicable? And again, I had lots of people, nice people, I understand, say, oh, your hatred for Greer is disgusting. I got to unsub. Greer hired Flores, and he did everything along with Ross, including purging some of the roster in 2020, going into 2021, forcing out Gailey. Remember, ESPN put a fake tweet out of Schiffer saying that Gailey was fired and then he quit. You don't think that all these bozos at the top of the Dolphins, these liars, Garfinkel, the Fink? The Dolphins brass has no character. People say, how can you call Greer a snake? How could he not stand up with the guy he hired? That's his job. He hired Flores. And once he was gone, we're good again. And then they spent all this money for your team this year. You don't think that that's got face paint on it? You don't think that that's trying to put makeup on what they knew was coming out? Remember, what was his take? Oh, I was like, this is a real funny one. Oh, man, it was great. Where is it? Statement from Stephen Ross. The independent investigation cleared our organization of any issues related to tanking and all of Brian Flores' other allegations. As I've said so long, these allegations were false, malicious, and defamatory. And this issue is now put to rest. With regards to tampering, I strongly disagree with the conclusions and the punishment. However, I will accept the outcome because the most important thing is that there's no distractions for our team as we begin an exciting and winning season. I will not allow any of that to get in the way of that. What a load of BS. Are you really going to suck that up and take that? He has no respect for Dolphin fans. He has about the same disrespect for you as he does for Flores and for Flores for you to put this stuff out. Can you believe this? What a sham. What a mockery. This has nothing to do with McDaniel. This has nothing to do with our players. They got to now operate under this. All Ross has done since he's been here has screwed things up. Oh, well, he builds and he puts money in and all this other stuff. I guess it doesn't matter, man. Just get paid. Pay the money and smile when he does whatever he wants to you. I don't know what more I can say. I've shut up on Suit Hustle, the documentary I did, which pretty much nails this. I can, go into real deep details of all this stuff. But how many big-time talk shows told you Flores wanted, Watson didn't want Tua, Flores is a liar, and all these guys do when their mouth is moving is a lie. That's all they do. This shouldn't take away from the season as far as your love for McDaniel. He's a good guy. I don't know if he's going to be a good coach. He's a good guy. These players, they're good players, they're good guys. They don't deserve this. You don't deserve this. But you know what? If you take this, if you don't cry out to the rafters, then when Ross continues to do what he's always done and always will do, character is character. He has done the same thing from the beginning. Then this is what you're going to get. You will never win. You've already lost that first-round draft pick, which is critical. How can you trust Greer, who's your front officer? Remember, he was the nice guy getting bullied by Flores. Do you actually believe that? This doesn't mean that Flores is Mr. Sunshine. He's awesome. He's the best coach ever. But how do you work under these conditions? How can you have success when you have lying, backstabbing people? Speaking of Ross, who knows nothing about football, Greer, who knows a lot about football, but he has all he wants is his job. How does he put up with that? Somebody put Tua in when he wasn't ready and wasn't healthy. Go back and watch my Suit Hustle. Go back and watch the interviews. Everybody was taken off. The team was compromised, and Greer was the wall between Ross's madness and ludicrous decisions and Flores and his football decisions. And he said, whoopsie. I just wanted to deal with football this season. I was hoping this thing would go off the next year. Ross will be back. He is the cancer. And Bruce Beal is another worm that's already been appointed, the heir apparent. So this is who you've got. No character owner, no character, Grimer worm tongue, heir apparent. Again, I hope he nails this season because these players are good guys. Staff, they're good people. They just want to do their job. Fans, you spend money, we all time, our life, our energy, our spirit, our emotions. Would you, in any other circumstance, put up with this if it was directly affecting you in your job, in your life? You would dump this dude, Stephen Ross, like a hotcake. You'd either dump this goofy-eared dope. You never have anything to do with him. You delete his phone number. You move on to another job, put your resumes out to 15 different places. Do the same here. Not with the team, not with McDaniel, but Ross. We need a real petition to get this guy out. I didn't want to deal with this. It's disheartening. Shula's year of honoring a man of integrity. This is what you get. I didn't write a script or nothing, just put some stuff down over here. Hope you understand. Been doing this thing here 43 years. 43 years. It was one thing losing with Marino. I get everything he had. Shula, Steel Jord. Then we moved on. men of less and less character and ability. Saban oiling his way out of town. Parcells cutting and running. Why do you cut and run? Because Ross liked to do things Hollywood. And Philbin more concerned about gum on the carpet. Crazy-eyed Gase, remember? Young Shula, according to Ross. And now this. To me, Flores is a good guy. I don't know if he's a great coach or whatever. I like him. But he was done wrong. He was totally compromised. Anyway, Curtis saying, catch you next time. Be well. Go Fins. Let's go Fins. Start building your own online sportsbook today by getting signed up with acebread.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.